Hi, how's it going? This is Jonathan with Salt Lake Valley Chevrolet, and today what we have here is the beautiful Midnight Blue Metallic 2020 Chevrolet Blazer. It does have the 2.0 4-cylinder engine with the 9-speed automatic transmission. And who doesn't love an all-wheel drive vehicle? Perfect for any climate, perfect for any roads. Literally, you can drive around in the snow when it's raining, heavy climates. You'd handle this vehicle, you'd handle the roads with ease. So the beautiful thing about our newer vehicles is everything's keyless ignition, so you'll never need a key in hand. You can also remote start it. Just lock it, hold the button in the center for about 3 seconds, have that bad boy turn on itself. Again, with the keyless ignition, you'll never need the you'll never need the keys in hand. They can always just be in the comfort in your pocket, bag, etc. Hands-free at its finest. So already coming up inside, you got your classic Chevy logo on our steering wheel. Over here you have your controls for your cruise control. Down over here you have voice command. This is enabled once you connect via Bluetooth. Doesn't matter whether you use an Apple or Android device, it works for any of them. Once you activate that, you just press on that bad boy and you just have a speech recognition setup. You can initiate GPS, send text messages, make calls, hands-free at its finest. Let's see. Apart from that, over here you have little controls to look through your information. You have your speed, your trips, fuel life, oil life, tire pressure, all that kind of stuff. There's sensors on every freaking thing now, so you know when you need to make a change before it gets any worse, before it gets any more expensive. So that's pretty awesome. Again, with the keyless ignition, it's theft deterrent. So in the event that you remote start it, come wintertime, you don't want to go out into the cold and warm the vehicle up. You can just do it you can just do it in the comfort of your home. All the electrical components remain off while the engine is running. So if someone were to try to break in, this vehicle won't move one freaking muscle. I gotta love that. As long as this key's not in here, it's not gonna move at all. You could also leave the vehicle on even without the keys for about 20 minutes before it shuts off. Just so you know. So over here, you have your auto start. You know, this is pretty self-explanatory. Once you let go of your foot on the brake, the engine turns off automatically, and the second that you take your foot off, put it on the gas pedal, everything goes back into motion. You have your hazards. Over here you have your infotainment center. Pretty easy to navigate. I'm so sorry if it's hard to focus. Once you connect via Android or Apple device, that's when you can initiate GPS and that kind of stuff. Let's see. You know, make calls, just maneuver around this pretty easily. Over here you have a button to open up your glove box. I mean, you can also, oh, never mind. So instead of a lever, you have a button. So that's pretty cool. You have your traction control. Down over here you have all your little controls for your AC temp control. You know, you can lower the vent power, you know, all that kind of stuff. You can heat up your seats. These are for both passengers. You know, once you this one's going to be for the driver, this one's going to be for the passenger. Pretty easy to maneuver. Got your little vents right here. Down over here you have your little shifter. You do have a little lever right there, and that's if you want to just change the RPMs or switch gears as if it were a manual. It's a little hard to maneuver around this, but I mean, once you get it, it's kind of easy. It's pretty cool. Over here you have a little dial, and this is just for your drive modes. You can save a heck of a lot of gas and just stick to 2-wheel drive, or you can switch over to 4-wheel drive, and you get about 23 miles to the gallon if you were to leave it at its regular mode. Over here you have your off-road, and then your I believe it's the off. Okay, hold on. That's your sport mode, and this is your off-road mode. Pretty easy to activate. You just turn them until this kind of activates. It's still red. So still going into motion. Over here you have your park assist. Here you have your little glove box compartment. All cloth seats. It's in the center. It's more of a light gray. The outer portion would be a little bit darker. Same thing applies to the door panels. Same thing applies up to the dash. I think it's pretty good looking, in my opinion. Down over here, instead of having a little park brake lever, it's a button now. You just put your foot on the brake and press that, and it should activate right over on your left gauge where your RPMs are at. And just to deactivate it, you put your foot on the brake again, press on that bad boy, it's gone. You can also open your trunk from inside. You just press on this button, and you just see it pop right open. And you can also do the same thing to close it. Just got to push it one more time. Takes a little long, but you know, it does the job. Hopping over on the back, it's pretty much the same. Pretty sufficient legroom for anybody. I'm a pretty short guy. I'm about 5'6", 5'7", but I still have a whole bunch of legroom to work with. Over here you have a USB and a USB port, sorry. Down here you have a little compartment. You can stuff all sorts of things. 2 little vents, speaker tweeters just over here, and on your other side you have a little cup holder to work with. And then just to show you the back is pretty spacious. You got all sorts of stuff that you can fit in there, and then you also have a really cool little cargo net that they can use, that you can retract and whatnot. Down over here you're gonna have your little spare tire and your jack, and yeah, it just looks really nice. You have a little light over here. You have a 12-volt outlet in here as well, so it's pretty cool to maneuver around. You also have a button up over here to close it rather than manually shut it. You have your backup camera right there. You know, you gotta love the black bow tie on the front and on the back. And overall, it's just a very beautiful vehicle. Look at that. So if you have any questions on it, feel free to ask. I'll attach my personal information on the email that I'm gonna send you attached to this YouTube link. And again, this is the 2020 Chevrolet Blazer, and this is Jonathan with Salt Lake Valley Chevrolet, and hope you enjoy. Take care.